Good morning. Today is Saturday, August 15th, 2020, 9:30 a.m. This is our scheduled yoga therapy class through Sattik Space Yoga and Healing Studio, and I've been teaching that for a long time, and due to COVID-19 we are now online, and we're happy that all of you could join us. Today's topic is yoga therapy for healthy aging. We have a lot of participants, and many of them want to know how to have a healthy aging. So let me go over with you first few minutes before we go to the real practice. What does healthy aging means? So, as all of you know by now, that the yoga is a philosophy. The word means is a union of your body, mind and spirit. It's a philosophy called Yoga Sutras, 196 aphorisms. 193 is to quiet down your mind. Practice is 8 limbs. Every stepwise practice. Ultimate goal is your meditation and self-realization, which is called samadhi. But what is our observation is the people who are practicing a daily practice of yoga, they look young, they feel young, they do live longer, no question about it. They do live longer, and they do live a quality life, very much quality life. So as you all seen, the yoga therapy is a part of our integrated medicine. In Western medicine, it's called the evidence-based medicine. Show me the research, share the numbers, evidence-based. Yoga therapy, on the other hand, is called the practice-based evidence. If you practice it, you'll see the evidence. One of the big statements in yoga is that in stages, impossible become possible. So what is healthy aging means? We are all going to age. So you cannot change your destiny. But what you can change is a healthy aging means a conscious effort. You are making an effort to keep your body, mind and spirit healthy. Remember, it's a conscious effort on your part to keep your body, mind, spirit healthy, to enjoy a quality young life as late as possible. So we feel young, we act young, we think young, whatever the young definition is in your book, as late as possible. Most of the time what we have seen, the sign of healthy aging is If you look at a graph, your longevity and other axis is your quality of life, you will see the graph will be slowly is going high up and slowly coming down. In the process of coming down, you might hit a lot of hurdles. We might end up in a nursing home, might have multiple medical problem, and our exit may not be easy. We may be suffering for a long time before our exit. People who practices consciously a health, remember one thing, a disease care, this is care you can buy. You can go to a doctor, you can pay a fee, doctor can examine you, find a disease, you can go for a investigation, pay for that investigation, you can get a medication, paying for it, or get a procedure done. You can pay to get rid of your disease or your illness. But the health, the wellness, the art of self-healing, you have to achieve yourself. Health is not handed over to you. It is your conscious effort to be healthy. So when you are maintaining a good healthy quality life, what will happen? The curve, you will slowly and slowly will go, you have a quality of life, you maintain the good quality of life, and then you are dropped down suddenly. Instead of that slow down, it will be a rapid fall. So what was previous? Slow rise and a slow fall. Here will be slow rise, maintenance, and a rapid fall. That means your exit will be a lot easier. We all have to leave this world, but how do you leave is very important. If we live without a suffering, if we live without staying in a nursing home, if we live without being somebody else's burden, that's what the life we want to maintain. And finally, if you are in a state of proper, we call it healthy aging, then you'll have a slow rise, then you'll have a maintenance, then you'll have a little bit of a peak. You enjoy a good quality life. Slowly you will come down, then a rapid fall. Even if you want to see, for example, say the present day, the father or grandfather, grandparents of our modern day yoga. Modern day yoga is introduced by Krishnamacharya, Tirumuli Krishnamacharya. He was appointed by the king of Mysore. He had 4 famous students. And probably most of you know the name if you're in the yoga field. The first one is called Iyengar, BKS Iyengar. Iyengar continued the daily practice of yoga, and he has a tradition called Iyengar Yoga. And he just passed few years back. He was 96. And enjoyed a good quality life in spite of a lot of medical problem he had. Another Pattabhi Joyce was introduced to Vini Yoga. He came here in the United States. He had a place in Encinitas in California. He also lived 93 or 94. Krishnamacharya is the first Western woman to be his student. She's from East European country. She took the yogic name called Indira Devi. Indira Devi finally came to California, Southern California, end of her life, and she taught yoga in California. End of her life she went to Argentina. She was in Buenos Aires. She lived up to 102. So, and also at the present day, we see people who are daily practice of yoga doing it. So now, I talked about a little bit on the previous class, but let's talk about a practice. What are the practices? Consciously, remember we're doing consciously. Consciously we're doing a practice for the body, to keep the body in Sanskrit called Spherum, Sukham, Asana. That means a stillness. Sit down in a chair, you'll be able to have a posture which has no fasciculation. The fasciculation of the muscle tells you that your body, mind and spirit is not in a stillness. Sthir is called stillness. Health in Sanskrit called shasto. The word came from shaw. Shaw means self, sthir means stillness. Stillness of the body, mind and spirit is the health. Balance of the body, mind and spirit is the health. So, able to sit down, like here I am, I'm cross my feet, this is called Sukhasana, put my feet under my knees, I'm very comfortable. Next practice I do, if you are doing with me, just change your feet. Cross your feet in different way, see if you can sit down. If sitting in a chair, do the same thing. Cross your leg and then cross the other side. And I'll show it to you sitting in a chair. Few of my friends are on a chair watching it today. So stillness, Sukham is a happiness. Whatever is your body posture, you are happy. All the aches and pains in the body, whenever we are coming to age group, we have two components, chronic pain and a loss of balance. And both gets better with yoga practice. So stillness, happiness, and stay in a pose. Next is called the shape of the body. What is the first shape? Is you're keeping your spine straight. Always, always, always. 3 times. Keep your spine straight. Sit down, keep your spine straight. If you cannot keep your spine straight, support your back. Support your back against the wall. Sit down. Or if you're in a chair, if you want to sit in a chair, same way. I show it to you all the time, how to sit in a chair. You sit in a chair, always sit down with your spine straight. Even if you sit in the front, you have a good separation, your body is at a 90-degree angle. These are conscious practice for healthy aging, or sometimes you call it anti-aging. You look at go to the back of the chair, same way, keep your spine straight. That is the way you're going to eat your food, you're going to drive your car, that's where you use your computer. I have a stool, a very special stool, it's called a kneeling stool. If you sit in a kneeling stool, your spine remains straight. And let me show it to you what a kneeling stool looks like, so you may like to use it. You may like to see what the kneeling stool looks like. See, what I'm showing it to you, that this is a conscious effort you do. This is called a kneeling stool. I have it for years and years. So what you do, you're working in a computer, look at that how you sit. You sit down in a kneeling stool, You will have your knees here, and look at my spine is straight, and here I'm working. This is my keyboard, this is my computer. So conscious effort. Get a kneeling stool. It's very, very important tool for healthy aging. Nobody's going to give it to you. You have to earn it yourself. Very, very important, very important. Take a look at it one more time, how it looks like. This is what a kneeling stool looks like. You kneel it here and sit down here. Very important stool. So one of the important shape is your spine straight. So if you sit in a chair, do your spine straight, and also let me mention one more thing in the chair. What we're going to do, if you're sitting in a chair, you are sitting in a chair, always bring the balance of your both sides of your brain. If you can put your one foot on the top, is good. Another way to do it here is that if you can sit down, and slowly it will take time for you, slowly you can take your one leg and wrap around. This is called your eagle pose, Gururasa. If you can wrap around and sit down in the chair and do a little breathing, and most important breathing, as you know, breathing out longer than breathing in, and with the hand mudras. This is called Hakini Mudra. Touching the tip of the fingers, it brings a focus of your mind. If you're doing it with me, practice it. You will feel entirely a different approach to your body and mind. Remember, my hip joint, my knee joint, these carry the weight from my body, but my weight is supported in the ankle. So to keep them aligned, this relaxes the ligaments. And I do it almost all the time when I'm sitting in a chair. So next thing you do, take your foot off, take the other foot, and you keep it here. You will see the word we use in yoga called in stages. Impossible become possible. I'm giving you the tools which you will use in your daily practice. Kneeling stool, no question about it. All of us now are sitting in a computer for hours and hours and hours, and hunchback in front of computer, you're going to age overnight. What is the mechanism? We know the physiology behind it. Our observations. Here, my left foot goes this slowly. Look at that. It's wrapping around. Sanskrit name, Gururasa. Eagle pose. Eagle pose sitting in a chair. All the problem in the knee joint, which we are seeing today, largest number of joint replacement done today is the knee joint. And this is a powerful tool to bring the health back of your knee joint. And after a while, what happens when the relaxation sets in? Initially, muscle has to contract to put you in this posture. When you have your eyes closed, have this mudra, called a Hakini Mudra, and we are doing breathing out longer than breathing in. The breathing out is parasympathetic, breathing in is sympathetic. You feel a profound level of relaxation. And also, if you can do a part of it, if you can even put your one foot on the top, and sitting in a chair, after a while, you'll see if you can put the other foot on the top. Activating both sides of the brain is a part of health. Why? Health is defined as the balance of your body, mind, and spirit. Very important, very important. So if you're able to sit down, then for the physical body, you have shape, a straight spine. Also, flexibility of the spine. Flexibility of the spine is health. A rigidity of the spine is a disease. What we say, our final rigidity, we as a physician we know is called a rigor mortis. When you are dead, our body becomes rigid. Or sometimes a friend of mine showed me very funny, my EKGs are good, EKGs are having spikes. When they're rigid, it's a straight line. When it's a straight line, EKG also becomes rigid. So flexibility of the spine. In fact, flexibility of the whole body. That you are comfortable. You're comfortable turning around, tossing around. If you have to pick up something, you have to think 3 times to pick up. When flexible, you come, pick it up, do this thing, or bend over, come back slowly. It is a normal flexibility of the physical body. Shape, flexibility, balance. Always practice balancing poses. If you're sitting with here, is good. Or if you're sitting in a chair, because we have most of the people who are going to follow as this, we call a healthy aging group. So you'll be in a chair. The way to do it, the balance in the chair, you go behind the chair, put your feet together, and see if you can stand on your non-dominant foot. What is a non-dominant foot? I'm a right-footed, always using my right foot. See if I can stand on my left foot. I can put my hand here first. Hand is also part of the balance. Then I see slowly, I see, take my hand off. Then I see if I can stand with my eyes closed. If you're able to do with your eyes closed and able to stand, that is an absolute sign of health. Balancing poses, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 40 seconds. Practice. If you're with me, practice. With the other foot, right foot, put your hand, nothing wrong with starting. In stages, everything will happen. In stages, impossible become possible. Hands off. Eyes closed. Even hand can go to the back. Like doing on a prayer pose to the back. Daily practice balancing poses. Shape, flexibility, balance. Next is the strength. Body should have to have a strength. Yoga gave us a lot of strength, but also you can do what really keeps us anti-aging or healthy aging is our little weight training. All of you should do weight training. Weight training with a less weight, more repetition, follow your breath. What does it mean? My muscle needs oxygen when it is contracted. So look at here. I'm doing a biceps curl. You don't need too much weight. 10 pounds. 10 pounds is not too much when you start doing a biceps curl. 10, 15, 20, 25, you'll see it all will come slowly in stages. So, in a yogic tradition, you breathe out first. You take a deep breath in. What you're doing, you're taking the oxygen in. And breathing out, you do the flexion. Breathe in, breathe out. Same way you can alternate. Breathe in, breathe out. So you do with the weight training. We have the 2 weights in the hands. We'll be doing it on the side. Breathe out or breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. More repetition. Younger people want heavier weight, less repetition. But for us to be as a healthy aging, a little bit lesser weight, more repetition. How long? Your body will tell you. No pain, effortless breathing. Start maybe with a 5, 10, 15, 20, slowly and slowly you will see. Make it a 30, 40 counts. Very, very important. Strength. For us, you see the strength. Here I am sitting down. Remember, in stages what happens? Here I am, slowly and slowly I can put my feet in the top. This is called a Ardha Padmasan, half lotus. When flexibility comes in your body, you can always put your go high up. This is called a lotus pose. Where lies the strength? We have put some years in our life, but still, see, I put my hand here. This is called Tulasana, raising. Press my hand, my whole body goes high up. My whole body goes high up and stays high up. Shows you the balance and strength in your body. It's not the strength in your hand, it's the strength in it's the whole body. So, shape, flexibility, balance, and strength. Let me repeat it again. How to do the yogic BMI. I think I have talked about it in the last class, but let me show you one more time. BMI is called Body Mass Index. In Western medicine, we do weight in kilogram divided by height in meter square equal to your BMI. 18 to 25 is good. Above 25 you are getting into little obesity. Above 30 is no good. You're getting into almost like a morbid obesity. Morbid obesity generally is called about 100 pounds about your normal body weight. And what normal body weight is based on your height. 5 feet gives you 100 pounds. And the 5 pound for each inch of your height. So I'm 5 foot 8 inch. For 5 foot I have 100 pounds. 8 inch I have 40 pounds. 140 pounds is my ideal weight. And I go 10% less, 10% more. That is your range of your body weight. So you know your BMI, know your body weight. Next is the what prevents us to have a healthy living is a truncal obesity. This truncal obesity is killing all of us. Truncal obesity is from your stress. The stress releases a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol converts your sugar or glucose to omental fat. This truncal obesity fat is not under the skin, it is inside the abdomen. Truncal obesity. That omental fat secretes inflammatory molecules or pro-inflammatory molecules, adiponectin, creates inflammation which leads to your metabolic syndrome. What is metabolic syndrome? Diabetes, hypertension, dyslipidemia, high cholesterol or high triglyceride, low HDL, and your coronary artery disease, atherosclerotic heart disease. There is no more risk factors for your heart disease or diabetes or hypertension. These are all in the same group of a disease called metabolic syndrome. Root cause is your sympathetic overdrive, is called your stress. So normally we talk about 35-inch, 40-inch is a measure, but that doesn't mean anything. What you really need to do, the best way to look at it, your body height in inch. Body height in inches, and half of that will be your maximum circumference of your waist at the level of your belly button. So example is, again, I'm 5 feet 8 inches. The 5 feet is 60 inch plus 8, 68. My height is 68 inch. My waistline should not be more than 34 inch. Lesser is better. If I'm 32, maybe 33, I'm in a good health. Another is here called the waist-hip ratio. Body is in the shape of, remember, it's called an apple shape or a pear shape. A wider pelvis and a flatter abdomen is a sign of health today in our medical knowledge. Bigger the truncal diameter than your hip, and ratios are all there. Waist-hip ratio, different for men, different for women. It's a 0.85 to 1. But in yogic BMI, let me show you what is very interesting. The first, in yogic BMI, for your truncal obesity, the way you examine, you put your thumb on the side, slowly bring your hand, see if you can touch the tip of your middle finger together. Try it. If you are doing it with me, try it. Thumb on the side, bring your hand, see if you can touch the tip of your middle finger together. Yogic BMI. Next yogic BMI is, let me come a little closer so you will see, in your wrist, you put your hand around your wrist and you see how much there is an overlap between your middle finger and the thumb. See, for me, I have an overlap up to here. When you take the same hand, middle of your arm, when you put the middle finger and the thumb, the separation between the two should be close to that separation. That means the separation between my thumb and the middle finger is this. then I put it here, it is almost, but a little bit, maybe a little bit more. Again, wrist, the amount of overlap, the overlap should be in between your arm. So you got the wrist, arm, body, and the lower part of the body. Lower part of the body will show that if you do from the middle of between, this is called a ischial tuberosity or greater trochanter and the hip, in between the middle of your thigh. If you put your hand middle of your thigh, you should be able to touch between your middle finger and the thumb. So middle of your thigh, if you put your middle finger and the thumb, you'll be able to wrap it around. Shape of your body. We call it the yogic BMI. For your mind, most important thing of your mind is mind should be at ease. The condition which is killing us is a dis-ease. All the disease, if you spell disease, D-I-S space E-A-S-E, dis-ease. In Sanskrit, it's called ashuk. When your ease goes away, you develop dis-ease. Able to keep the mind at ease, and the best way to keep the mind at ease is, first of all, let go of the negative emotions. We say inhale positive emotion, exhale negative emotion, which is called a let go. Live in present and be content, be happy with what you have. You may look a little selfish, looks like you are doing everything for yourself. Your family might say, look at him or her, he or she is always trying to take care of him or her, nobody else. It's okay. We have phases of life. The 4 phases. First is called brahmachari. You're learning. Called a grihasti, family life. Prosper. We call you a little bit of a forest dweller. That means you are getting separated from your family and social responsibility. You're taking care of yourself. Finally, it's called a shannash. Shannash is a total renunciation, preparing your body and mind for the exit from this world. Mind. Keeping mind, nothing bothers you. I have my father-in-law, 96, 97 now, healthy. Even his hairs are even black, he has all of his teeth. But when you look at him, he's happy with what he has. He's content. Nothing bothers you. You stay calm in the middle of crisis. Negative emotions in yoga, we call it a six enemies called Sharo Ripu. Ripu is enemies. Calm is a lust. Krodh is a anger. Lobh is a greed. Moho is a delusion. Mad is a pride. Matsarya is envy. So you breathe in love, you breathe in pride, you breathe in gratitude, you breathe in forgiveness. All the positive emotions you breathe in and you breathe out. These six enemies. You also have the kleshas called the sufferings. Avidya, ignorance or ignorance, avidya. Ashmita is ego or ego. Rag is attachment. Viddesh is hatred. Avinivesh is fear of death. Able to remove all this. Remove the negative emotions is a sign of health. Mind at ease. Spirituality is nothing but believing in a power above you, surrendering and looking inside yourself. Soul is nothing but self. Self-discipline, self-discovery, self-realization. The self should remain in stillness. Awaken the doctor within you. You have a doctor within you. Awaken the doctor within you. And finally, we have to find out the most important healing power is the power of self. And at the end of the day, you figure it out. I'm the cause and I'm the cure. Took care of myself. So, end of healthy aging. So simply, so beautifully, in which all of you can do. I'm going to do a program next week. I just did a program one for called Indian Council for Medical Research. Very nice, also the Zoom. Next one I'll do probably, they might like to do in a Skype. It's called shadow effect. From shadow to self. Shadow is a duality. The mind and spirituality will indwell. One is a black and white, right or wrong. But healthy aging is in self. Non-duality. Sanskrit is called a Advaita. Okay. For every day, as I said, you learn how to sit down with your spine straight relaxed, with your hand every single day. Close your hand, thumb inside. This is your close around the hand every day. Don't close your fist like this. Thumb inside and close. That's the way the baby does. It's a baby fist. Balo Mushti Mudra, Adhi Mudra. Whole day and night, 24/7, you do it. Money back guarantee. All the aches and pains of your hands will go away. The tightness of the joints causes pain. Doesn't matter, rheumatoid arthritis, all the inflammation of the joints. Body likes to do a splinting, tightening it up. The joints get tight. So hand. The breathing. So you breathe out first. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Adhi Mudra. Breathe in. Breathe out. Practice every single day. When you get relaxed, your fingers, you'll always put a finger inside. So when you do a finger inside, initially fingers will be very tight. Relaxation, flexibility and relaxation, hand like this. Then when you put a hand like this, you see if you can twist your hand. This way, that way. Or if you can do it, put your Adhi Mudra hand, put it together, you rotate with your breathing. It's a simple practices, but it's a powerful tool. The powerful tool as your healthy aging. Wrist gets relaxed with extension, tightness up with the flexion. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Daily practice, you put it together. People always ask me, how often do you do your yoga practice? 24/7. You're always practicing yoga. Look at that, how beautiful it is. If your hands are relaxed, how beautifully you can do it. You put your hand here. Initially hand will be like this. Slowly and slowly whole hand will go down in the ground. All the pain, all the stiffness of the hands and everything will go away. Every single day you practice. I have shown you this practice before, but you incorporate for a healthy aging. Keep your upper part of the spine also straight. Remember, we have this cervical spine, we have the lumbar spine, and what happens in our aging, we had developed little kyphosis of our thoracic spine. Now always see people, if you look at the side, the back is like this, hunchback. When you look at a person, doesn't matter whether healthy, 80, 90, 100 years old, first thing you will see that person, spine is straight. There's no hunchback. The moment you get a hunchback in the back, you don't live too long. The few markers, we can look at a few markers. When your face, when you have tightness in your face, by looking at a tightness in the face, you know this person is not going to live too long. Hunchback in your thoracic spine, not going to live too long. Little bit of a truncal obesity, not going to live too long. But looking at a person, you know, there's not a sign of healthy aging. Okay, so thoracic area with your breathing and the neck movement all together, and you will do it at the same time. And always do with the sound of a bumblebee. I've shown you all the time, if you're attending my class, that you breathe out first, take a deep breath in, breathe out with the sound of a bumblebee, like this. This is a part of bumblebee breathing. When you do the Brahmali Pranayama, you shut down all the five senses, you do it. That is good, that is very nice. Maybe let's practice one more time. And when more you practice, you remember all the time. Put your index finger in your forehead. Use your three fingers to close your eyes. Use your thumb to close your ear. Always breathe through your nostril. Breathe out through your nose first. Take a deep breath in and breathe out with the sound of a bee, bumblebee. Take both the hands, keep rubbing your hands, pumping and cupping. Daily practice, no short of it. To have a healthy aging, wearing glasses, remove your glasses, take both the hands, like a cup, put it over your eyes. Let the eyes take all the heat from your hand. Excuse me. It relaxes the ciliary muscles inside the eyes. It's your forehead. Massage your eyes. Massage your ear. Very important. Back of your ear, front of your ear, tragus, inside external auditory canal. This is called auricular branch of the vagus nerve. Bring your face, massage your face. And the neck, that is called carotid sinus, at the bifurcation of the carotid artery. The baroreceptor sensitivity relaxes your body and mind. More and more you relax, more and more in the parasympathetic tone, better and better your health is. So, in a spine straight, you will do a prayer pose to the back. A prayer pose to the back, you will do 4 posture of your neck rotation, which is called Brahma Mudra. So you'll be doing a Paschim Namaskar, then do a Brahma Mudra with Brahmali Pranayama, bumblebee breathing. So now what we are doing, we are incorporating a practice in your daily life, which will bring a healthy aging. So now, as I said, many people in the chair, so let's sit down. Also, this is another sign of a very powerful healthy aging. Healthy aging is able to get up without a support. So able to sit down in a squatting pose. If you can able to sit down in a squatting pose, this is called a malasana. Look at here, your ankle is relaxed, knee is relaxed, hip is relaxed, back is relaxed. This will all come to you. If you cannot do it initially, do it whenever you can, maybe doing it here. But stay here. More and more you stay, it will happen. Put your hand, separate your fingers. That's the way. Relax your hand. Relax your wrist. Put your one elbow inside, other elbow inside. Slowly bring it close to you. Close your eyes. And you breathe, breathing out longer than breathing in. Cannot be a better, a healthy practice than this. By the time you do it, you will feel the first statement I made. Live young as late as possible. You'll be younger and younger every day, and living longer and longer. From here, if you're able to do, get up without a support. This is called a sit-rise test. Very, very important test. So, practice daily. How simple it is. You're able to sit down in the ground and able to get up without a support. If you're sitting in a chair, let's do it sitting in a chair. Let me show you the sidewise so you'll be able to see better. In a sidewise in a chair, first you take your hands to the back, and you have seen this is called a prayer pose to the back. Slowly you get into a prayer pose. And the eyes are closed. You'll see when your spine becomes straight, your breathing gets better and better. Your breathing is almost effortless. The breathing is effortless, your hand is going to go higher a little bit more. If you cannot do it, start where you are. What yoga therapy says, pain-free asana, do not compete with anybody, and you progress in stages. Now we'll do the relaxation of your neck. If you're comfortable sitting straight with your breathing, so you breathe out first. Take a deep breath in and slowly put your head to the back. Breathe out in a sound of a bumblebee. When you put your head down, let me sure you see that there is no pain. And effortless breathing. Effortless breathing is you can talk, you can even sing. One more time, breathe in, put your neck to the back. Breathe out with a bumblebee breathing. See, more and more I'm able to keep my hand in the prayer pose to the back. More and more flexibility and relaxation is taking place. I feel a profound level of relaxation with the activation of the parasympathetic tone. And if you see, and when if I can come down, and in the chair, just keep going in a chair when I'm in a chair, but if you can, sit down and take a look what it will look like. Go higher, higher, more. From here, sitting down, getting higher, that's what I'm showing it to you. How important this thing to be having a healthy life. Next you put a drop in one side, both sides. In the middle, you breathe out first. Take a deep breath in. Other side. Look all the way to the back without turning your back, without moving your shoulder. Breathe out first. Deep breath in. Finally, rotate your head all around with the same sound of your beat. Drop your head down. Deep breathe out first. Take a deep breath in. Once you do it in a chair like this, you feel the effect of it, and slowly you can go ahead and do a sun salutation in a chair. Sun salutation in a chair, sun salutation 12 steps, 12 asanas, and with your breathing. You do one with a breathing out start, you'll end up with a breathing in, then you one start sets of breathing in and a breathing out. We'll do in a set of 2, 4, 6, 8. So let's do 2 sets. Add the names of these asanas and the breathing. Separate your feet, put your hands in front, pull a prayer pose, Namaskar asana. Breathe out. Breathe in, slowly get your hands high up, all the way to the back. It's called hand raising pose, Hasta Uttanasana. Breathe in. Breathe out, slowly bring your hands in the front. If you can put your hands in the ground is good. Then if you can put your hands on both sides and slowly bring your head towards your knee. Head touching your feet. Padmasan. Then slowly get up. Next is called horse riding pose, Asana Sanchalanasana. You hold your knee, push your feet in front, open your chest and look up. Breathe in. Asana Sanchalanasana, horse riding pose. Parvathasana, mountain pose. Bring your feet all the way high up. Bring your head down. Touch your head to the knee. Breathing in. Slowly drop your feet on the ground. Ashtanga Namaskar. Hand slowly comes in front of you and then bring your head high up as if you are laying down in the ground. Ashtanga Namaskar, touching your right limb. This is your breathing in. Breathing out is a cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Put your hands there, open your chest, separate your feet, and look all the way high up. Cobra pose, Bhujangasana. From the Bhujangasana, you get into your mountain pose, Parvathasana, the opposite side, holding your knees, bring your head down, touch your head to that. Then is the Asana Sanchalanasana on the other side. You push your feet to the back and chest opens up, look high up. Breathing in. Slowly you get into your Padahastasana, hand touching your feet. Again, separate your feet. Slowly bring your hands down. Touch your hands to the ground. Then hands on the side. And slowly head comes to your knee. Slowly, hand raising pose. Hasta Uttanasana. You get the hand all the way to the back. Breathing out, and come back in the front. Pranayama, breathing in. So started with the breathing out, ended with the breathing in. 12 steps of sun salutation. When you do standing up, we also do a moon salutation, that is pointing down. Let's do one more set of sun salutation, sitting in a chair. Now we'll start on the other side, but you'll also move on the both sides. This time you do breathing in. Breathe out first. Get deep breath in. When you breathe out, when you follow your finger, if you can do your hand like this, pointy your index finger, and then you can follow the index finger all the way to the back, breathing out. Hasta Uttanasana, hand raising. Breathing in, hand touching your feet, Padmasan, hands coming down in the ground, slowly going on both sides, and the head coming towards you. Then you slowly, you get up, then you get into your Asana, a horse riding pose. Left foot goes in the front, chest opens up, look high up. Breathing out. Breathing in, you get into mountain pose, Parvathasana. Breathing in. Parvathasana, you get into on the ground, Ashtanga Namaskar, put your feet together, hand comes in the front, then you open up your face and look straight high up. So you're touching the whole body in the ground. Breathing out. Breathing in, you get into the cobra pose, separate your feet a little bit, open your chest, look high up. From cobra pose, you get into your Parvathasana, a mountain pose. On the other side, feet goes high up, hand comes down, and breathing out. Breathing in, you get into Asana, horse riding pose, chest opens up, look high up. Then you get into hand touching your feet, Padmasan, and here will be breathing out. Hand is in the front, and come slowly on the side, and head goes towards you. And slowly get high up. Hand raising pose, all the way to the back. Breathing in and breathing out, hand is in the front, Pranayama. Started with breathing in, ended with the breathing out. We'll do a lot more. We'll do Dilip Pranayama, sitting in a chair. Every asana we can do sitting in a chair. But for a little bit of people who in stages become really advanced, let me show you what you do with your standing poses. The standing poses you always do the daily practice for your, you call it a proper elimination. The three asanas we do, very simply just to show it to you. An upward mountain pose, put your feet together, clasp your hand here, breathe out first, take a deep breath in, and slowly raise your body higher. This is your upward mountain pose. With the oblique mountain pose, hands will high up, or you can hold your arm, put your head in the top. This is the way you lock yourself. Breathe out first, take a deep breath in, and slowly turn your body on one side. Always do the effortless breathing. Always do as if this is your savasana, it's your corpse pose. Total relaxation. Breathe in here, breathe out. Do this practice. Do this practice with me. You will have a profound level of relaxation and the wonderful anti-aging. West rotation pose called Kadi Chakrasana. There are 5 asanas or poses for easy elimination. On sitting down in a squatting pose and putting your knees on one side, I'll show it to you when I sit down. That is called West Churning. You are West Churning, Uther Krishnasan or Shankhasana. Then it's called oblique cobra pose. You get a cobra pose, get up, and these 3 asana, 5 poses for easy elimination. Because the constipation is a root cause of all of our disease, and according to yogic tradition, you do not have a healthy aging when you have constipation. Left hand goes to the back, right hand on the left shoulder. Breathe out first, take a deep breath in, slowly turn your body all the way to the back. Stay there between 5 to 10 breaths and slowly come back in the middle. Same way, right hand goes to the back, left hand to the right shoulder. Breathe out first, take a deep breath in, slowly turn your body all the way to the back. And slowly come back in the middle. You can do the same thing, put your hands in front, breathe out first, take a deep breath in, and do the eyes closed and follow your breath all the way to the back. In fact, you can even stay between 5 to 10 effortless breathing. Breathing out longer than breathing in. Breathe in, breathe out. Head below your heart causes baroreceptor sensitivity. Baroreceptors in the arch of the aorta, main arteries, carotid bifurcation, the carotid sinuses. So when you put a head below your heart, the pressure in the intracranial pressure inside your brain goes high up, pressure inside the eyes goes high up, pressure inside the blood vessel goes high up. But when you keep it down for longer and longer, you see all the flushing goes away, the breathing normalizes, and all the homeostasis comes into play. So when your baroreceptor sensitivity starts going high up, it acts literally like a beta blocker, acts like your ACE inhibitor. You get all the physiological effect what the cardiac medication gives it to you. You're taking all the medications, aspirin, statin, beta blocker, ACE inhibitor, anti-diabetic medication, all the medications for your metabolic syndrome, and a daily practice of yoga with all the different postures are going to create the same physiological effect. You are so relaxed in this posture, you will be able to do your pranayama, Kapalbhati Pranayama. Kapalbhati is a forehead shining. Kapalbhati Pranayama improves the digestive fire. When food gets properly digested, that you form an energy in the body, which is called ojas, which is an inherent immunity. How body's immunity comes from inside and not from outside. When you do forward bend, you supported forward bend, hold your hand as support, and slowly, how far you can come down. For us, we've been doing for a long time. We can separate our feet up to the width of the mat, put our head down, and here we can create Kapalbhati Pranayama. a wonderful practice to activate your pelvic floor. Pelvic floor becomes healthier and healthier, and you develop a wonderful practice of your pelvic floor health. For men, it's very good for BPH, benign prostatic hypertrophy, and women for all the pelvic floor issues. This is one asana. Obviously, we sit down in this posture, drink a glass of water in the morning, and we drink the water in a gulp. It creates a called gastropolic reflex, get a proper elimination, and get rid of our constipation. Shankhasana or Uther Krishnasan, put your hands in the knees and take your right knee, put it in front of your left foot. Left hand push the left knee towards the right side. Keep your spine straight and look all the way to the back. These are, you say, these are, looks like all difficult asanas, but there is nothing called difficult. When you bring that flexibility in your body and mind, it becomes very easy. So in way, bring your left knee in front of the right foot. Right knee goes towards the left side. Spine gets straight and look all the way to the back. Proper elimination. You can go ahead and look at my other asanas and you will see what you need to do daily. The sign of health. Strong digestion, easy elimination, good night's sleep. So 3 asanas in the back: upward mountain pose, oblique mountain pose, west rotation pose, and here is called your abdomen churning pose, Uther Krishnasan, and this one is your called oblique cobra pose. The way to do it is that you get into the mat. In a normal cobra, you keep your feet together, you get up in a cobra. Here you separate your feet until the width of the mat and get up slowly in a cobra pose. And during the cobra pose, over the left shoulder, you look towards your right foot. Then you slowly come down. Again, you try to get up in a cobra pose. Look over your right shoulder towards your left foot. Get up. Five asanas for proper elimination, but also it's a part of your daily practice. Strong digestion, I have done it before with you. You might take a one look. You'll see it's called umbilical centering. Lay down, feet raising, very little. Then you do your boat pose. Then you do your knee chest. Second. Third one is called your spinal twist, Markatasana. Put your feet, turn head on one side, put your both the knees on the ground. Bridge pose, slowly raise your body high up and then touch your feet to your forehead. That's your, it's called a ignite your digestive fire. Another very important component for healthy aging is sleep. And so many people calls me about their sleep issue. What is the problem with sleep? Insomnia and sleep apnea. Sleep apnea, obviously today, is the root cause of our metabolic syndrome. Sleep apnea is the root cause for either all diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, you name it. It comes from the fear. Cannot breathe. People say, what is your fear? The biggest fear on you is that not able to breathe. At night, when you wake up, cannot breathe. That creates a tremendous amount of fear. Insomnia, you cannot sleep, is due to activation of your five senses. I hear, I see, I smell, I taste, and I touch. And all the contents we put together, that is our mind. And when the mind is active, you get a thought process. And most of our thoughts are in the past. We generate our thoughts, thousands and thousands of thoughts. 30, 40,000 thoughts we are generating. Majority is in the past. A portion in the future. Very little in the present. Whatever thoughts you have in the present, majority of call a repeat thought process. Repeat thought process means, yes, I have to come here, I have to sit down, I have to be in front of the computer, 9:30 in the morning, I have to be at class. Completely, it's called chattering of your mind. Yoga causes chitta vritti nirodha. Remove the chattering of your mind. You get a good night's sleep. Sleep has two components. It's called REM, rapid eye movement, REM sleep, and I call it non-REM sleep, non-rapid eye movement. It goes in cycle. Non-rapid eye movement is more. In REM sleep, your mind is still active. You dream during REM sleep. So the most of the sleep, which is a better sleep, yogic sleep, is a dreamless sleep. When you sleep without any dream. The state of mind is called awake, jagrata. Dream, called shapna. Sleep, called shupta. Then you go to superconscious mind. It's called a turiya. Turiya is the one when you get a very nice, profound sleep. In non-REM sleep, you have 4 stages. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. Stage 1 and 2 is almost 50% of the sleep. But stage 3 and 4 is the sleep which you will need. For proper healing and proper bringing health. It's not the amount of time you're sleeping. You're sleeping, you need 6 hours sleep, 8 hours sleep, 10 hours sleep. That doesn't mean a thing. It's how much sleep you will get in a deep stage 3 and stage 4 sleep. And we have a lot of the health trackers, like one of the health trackers in Apple Watch. You will see has a sleep tracker too, and the sleep tracker will tell you. What is that? Deep level of sleep. I'll show it to you how to sleep. This is the sleep. In yogic tradition is called anti-aging. I don't know what anti-aging means. I know what healthy aging means. Sleep is healthy aging. For breathing pranayama, we have done a lot of pranayama practice. We do a pranayama, a set of pranayama every day, a bastrika, called a bellows, active inhalation, active exhalation. We do Kapalbhati, it's called an active exhalation, passive inhalation. We do alternate nostril breathing. Then we do your bumblebee breathing, shut down our 5 senses, create a sound like a bumblebee. We do a called Ujjayi Pranayama, like control, like closing your larynx, try to breathe in. Go to Sitali Sitkari Pranayama. You have your tongue rolled and breathe in and out. Breathe out through your nostril. I've done all of this with you before. You can take a look at it. Or we'll do another session for the pranayama session. Pranayama. Prana is your life force. Yam is a control, a restraint. What are the breathing signs for your healthy aging? First sign of healthy aging is able to remove all the toxins in your lung, able to breathe in and out a good quantity of oxygen in, carbon dioxide out. What does it mean? My lung is like a balloon. It has a 6-liter capacity and a 1.5 liter or residual volume to keep the lung open. The 4.5 liter is called your vital capacity, which I can exchange. I have an inspiratory reserve capacity is almost 3 liters. Expiratory reserve have a 1 liter. But normally what I breathe in and out is called tidal volume, is only 0.5 liter, 500 cc. So 80 to 90% reserve in your lung. A healthy aging is able to do a little longer and longer breathing and voluntarily remove all the toxins from your lung. So let's do one simple practice. Remember, the whole breathing needs a very relaxation. More tight you are, you'll be doing very rapid, shallow breathing. And everybody talks about slow down your breath. This is good for you. Yes, when you slow down your breath, this is very good, a healthy sign. But you slow down, but you have to have a deep breathing. So, first, use your hand mudras, the one quite star in your mind. Touch your index finger and thumb, put it here, and then what you do, you'll be breathing out first, then you take a deep breath in very slowly and effortlessly. If you're sitting in a chair, please do it sitting in a chair. So breathe in with a count of 2 in, 1 and 2 in, and count of 4 out. You slowly will increase it. You will see slowly and slowly, by the days goes by, you'll be able to do it, because that is called a neuroplasticity. Count of 3 in, count of 6 out, count of 4 in, count of 8 out. We are doing it so long, we can do count of 10 in, count 20 out. That is a sign of healthy aging. So let's practice it together. Keep your spine straight, keep your eyes closed, breathe out first, and then the count of 2 in, count of 4 out. Count of 2 in, count of 4 out. Very easy, all of you will be able to do it when you're very relaxed. Now you go ahead and start increasing the number you can breathe in and breathe out. Try to keep the breathing out, twice the breathing in. And let me see, I will progress slowly and slowly. If you can keep up with me, you can do it. But if not, find it out, the level you can breathe comfortably, and keep doing it. When you keep on doing it all the time, 24/7, our brain gets a signal which is called neuroplasticity, like a habit forming, and you'll be breathing even in sleep like that. Next for me, let me do it, count of 4 in, count of 8 out. And breathe out first. Count of 4 in, count of 8 out. Very nice and easy for me. So let me go count of 6 in, count of 12 out. So I'm breathing out first. these are signs of healthy aging when you can do it. Pranayama, I saw people go, I practice pranayama every day. No, not the pranayama. You control your breathing effortlessly. Count of 8 in, count of 16 out. I'm breathing out first. I can also do count of 10 in, count of 20 out. One very powerful tool in yoga is called the Om Pranayama. When you can get Om Pranayama longer and longer, is sign of a healthy age. You know, before this COVID, I used to conduct a lot of conferences, and yoga conferences we start with a sound of an Om. And let me show it to you what is a healthy aging with Om. You'll be able to breathe out, able to take a deep breath in, and able to do an Om sound as long as you can. 15 seconds is very good, 20 seconds is great, 30 seconds, superb, 45 seconds, wow, sign of health. Function of your lung. Remember, when we die, what happens? We expire. Our last breath comes out. Lung stops and the heart stops. Heart stops and the brain stops. Brain stops and all the cellular function stops. Able to improve lung function, we improve all the cellular function. So let me show you one Om Pranayama, and if you want to do it with me, it's fine, and we'll see how long you can do it. Breathe out first. Take a deep breath in. One more time. The sign of healthy aging. Next one sign of healthy aging is called 3-stage breathing. In Sanskrit called Dirgha Shwash. Dirgha means long, Shwash is a breath, long breath. Lung has 3 segments, lower lobe, middle lobe and upper lobe. Normally breathe in, we fill up in the lower lobe, and we fill up in the middle lobe, finally we fill up in the upper lobe. And I see so many people who practices with me say, oh, initially I was just filling up my lower lobe, but when you get a lot relaxed, I go to middle lobe, now you can do it in upper lobe. Upper lobe never gets any air in it. Okay? The same practice, you do it, change your feet. Very, very important practice. So let's take a look at it, how to do a 3-stage breathing. Hand, when you need a relaxation, you can do a hand relaxation, Adhi Mudra, or you can do Hakini Mudra. Also there is called a Shankha Mudra. Adi Mudra is very good. Put it to hand. You will see 3 segments of the lung gets filled up. You breathe out first. Then 3 segments or 3 stems goes down. Like when you pour something in the bottle, initially the lower part will get more, in the middle part and the upper part. Try one more time. Breathe out first. 3-stage breathing. Exhalation longer than inhalation, 3-stage breathing, and finally is the breath holding. Breath holding both in inhalation and the exhalation. That is a sign of healthy aging. So the way to do it is very simply, you can do a count of 4 in, count of 16 hold, count of 8 out, the count of 8 hold. Sounds too much? Okay, let's go back a little bit. Okay, let's do count of 3 in, count of 12 hold, count of 6 out, and of 6 hold. Inhalation, retention, exhalation, suspension. Hand in Adi Mudra. Breathe out first. Breathe in with a count of 3 in. Hold for a count of 12. Breathe out with a count of 6 out. Hold for count of 6. Let's do one more time. Count of 4 in, count of 16 hold, count of 8 out, count of 8 hold. You can always hold longer on inhalation than exhalation. We do so many things, we do inhalation, we do chin lock, we do exhalation, we do abdominal lock, but for healthy aging is able to hold your breath, both inhalation and exhalation. Breathe out first. Breathe in with a count of 4 in. Hold your breath for count of 16. Breathe out with a count of 8 out. Hold your breath with a count of 8. Keep doing it. Slowly and slowly you will see your amount of time will get more and more. Let's finish with the sleep. How to sleep. in yogic tradition. Most important yogic tradition of sleep is you sleep like a baby. You first start to sleep like a baby, then sleep like a yogi. Before you go to sleep at night, whatever is your ritual, maybe floss your teeth, brush your teeth, all this, yogis will do, put a little oil in the nose. It is called nasal oleation. Oil in the nose, what it does, at night, your nose gets dry. When it gets dry, the mucus can block one of your nostrils. When the nose is blocked, you do mouth breathing. When you start mouth breathing, then you start doing a little snoring, soft pattern. Snoring, you develop a sleep apnea. So your mouth breathing. You know very clearly, when you get up in the morning or you get up in the middle of the night, your mouth is dry, that means you're doing a mouth breathing. When you put a little oil inside the nostril, oleation, the nasal mucosa doesn't get dried up. So you have a nasal opening, both the noses are open. In yogic tradition, you sleep through your nostril. You don't sleep through your mouth. In fact, there's a cartilaginous portion and the bony portion. Between these two, the opening is so small. Do you know this is called a strip? Breathe easy. They put a strip to open your nostrils so you can breathe. They will open up only 0.3 or 0.4, 0.5 millimeter. A half a millimeter they can open. It increases 30-40% of your breathing. You say baby sleeps with the feet touching together, and it's called a Supta Baddha Konasana. So you are sleeping, your closed feet. If you have a small pillow, you can use a small pillow for your sleep. For today we have the sunflowers. Sunflowers is symbolic. Sunflower always follows the sun. Sunflower is a symbol of adoration. Respecting the sun. It follows the sun from east to west. Symbol of your following. I'm a follower. I follow you. It lives for a long, long time and looks healthy. Symbol of health. Symbol of longevity. So maybe I put in the right time. I put it in, but I think it's the right class for a healthy aging. Symbol of sunflower. People who has it, they know all about it. So when you're sleeping first, if you put a little pillow, always want to be sure your chin. You don't sleep like this. This is the chin is above your forehead. This creates a lot of sympathetic overdrive. So you have to keep your chin down. Take your both the feet and do it like a baby. This is called that's the way the baby sleeps. Initially, if you have a little bit of issue, you can put a little pillow, one pillow here, one pillow underneath. Take your hands and use the Adi Mudra, like a baby. Thumb inside and close. Put it on the side. Now you follow your breath. 5 counts of breath, breathing out longer than breathing in, and a 5 counts of breath holding. Let's show you just a single count, how we do it. So first we'll breathe out. We'll breathe in, count of 4 in, and count of 8 out. First breathing technique. Breathe out first. Breathe in, count of 4 in.
Breathe out, count of 8 out. If you can do a little longer, count of 5 in, count of 10 out, but do it, practice about 5 times. A little longer is better. You'll feel the relaxation is coming in. The whole sleep, muscle relaxes, the inner core temperature comes down, you fall asleep. Next one is a breath holding. You'll also do it 5 times. Let's do it a count of 4 in, count of 16 hold, count of 8 out. Breathe out first. Breathe in with a count of 4 in. Hold for count of 16. Breathe out with a count of 8 out. Do it about 5 times. If you can increase the number, you will feel a little better and better relaxation. Bring your breathing to the abdominal breathing. In abdominal breathing is very relaxing, parasympathetic activation, calming and cooling. You see, this is the way the baby breathes, baby breathing. If you're new to it, you can put your one hand near your belly button. When you breathe in, you will see your abdominal wall will raise high up. Breathe out, abdominal wall will go in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Sleep has a lag period. Lag period means you need some time to fall asleep. So generally you fall asleep after about 10 minutes. It needs about 10 minutes for sleep to activate. If you fall asleep before 10 minutes, you are sleep deprived. And if you cannot sleep after 30 minutes, you have your insomnia starting. After you finish this ritual, if you're not falling asleep with a baby, breathing out longer than breathing in, breath holding, abdominal breathing, you also can do many a time the bumblebee breathing. That will help you. Put your finger here, bumblebee breathing during your sleep. Breathe out first. And also the plumbing and cutting, laying down. Good. Rubbing your hands, when you feel hands warm, put it over your eyes like a cup. Massage your forehead, massage your eyes, massage your ear, behind, in the front, in that external ear canal, and the face. Next you sleep like a yogi. Yogis all initially sleep on the right side. Generally they use the hand, they don't have any pillow. They bend the feet like your fetal position, put your hand, close their eyes, they fall asleep. Initially what happens, your body's core temperature is still a little high, and when you sleep on the right side, your left nostril is open. Left nostril is a cooling, it's called a Chandranari. It's a parasympathetic cooling breathing. And it's balancing, because your inner core temperature is still high, and left nostril breathing, bringing the cooling, and slowly you will fall asleep. You may have a little bit of a called thoracic outlet syndrome. You feel a little numbness, and we call it a hand falling asleep. Use a pillow. Maybe put your hands like this. But for next part of the sleep, you sleep on your left side. You can sleep on your left side in the same way. So if I want to show it to you and then give you the reasonings, why do you do it? And when you get up in a different way. I'll show it to you how to get up. So when you are sleeping on the left side, same way, hands are here, we're sleeping. Now this time, what is happening? Your right nostril is open. If you see it a little bit better this way, if you see, this time my right nostril is open, and the right nostril is we're heating, Suranadi, sympathetic. Now, in the deep sleep, my inner core temperature is coming down. I'm bringing the heating through my right nostril and creating a balance inside my body. When your inside gets too cold, the sleep gets interrupted. Whole yoga practice is your balance. So this is the balancing of breath. Also, what it is, the main blood which comes back to your heart is called your inferior vena cava in the right side. Our main artery called aorta is almost in the middle, little to the left, and inferior vena cava. So when there is no compression, there's a very low pressure system. All the blood is coming very nice to your heart. You get a proper hemodynamics. You also do the same thing during a prenatal yoga. Like when uterus is enlarged, you lay on the left side. In fact, you do all the relaxing asanas on the left side, because you don't want uterus to compress on the inferior vena cava. It's a wonderful way to sleep. I sleep this way all the time. When you wake up in the morning, if you're in this posture, it's fine. Straighten up your one leg, support your body slowly, and when you get up, and on the bedside, don't try to get out very quickly. Wait a little bit, because you need the after sleep, you need your body, you need your mind, everything to be in proper hemodynamics. I see so many people say, when I get up from the sleep, I get a little dizzy, get a called postural hypotension. This is surely a sign of healthy aging, proper sleep. People always say, I end up with meditation. What is meditation? Meditation is staying calm in the middle of crisis. We have the thought process in our mind. In meditation, you enter in between the thought process. The gap gets slowly and slowly widens up. You have the same thought process, but it gets more widens up. You feel calm in the middle of crisis. And for a healthy aging and yoga practice, you are always in a state of meditation.
You're cooking, that's a meditation. Reading a newspaper, it's a meditation. I'm talking to you, it's a meditation. You are in meditation in 24/7. Meditation is medication. At the level of meditation, our mind is capable of producing every medication you take. So you say for a healthy aging, instead of medicine cabinet of your bathroom, you use the medicine cabinet of your mind. Thank you again. Thank you for joining. We'll come back again in the next Saturday, and I will see what are the requests for a topic. We are doing the topic on your request. If you want to have any question, please send me a comments on the comment section. I cannot read all of them, there are too many. I will see all of them. I'll try to reply. Come back again for the people who are interested in Bengali. We'll have a Bengali one in Friday, 10 o'clock USA Eastern Time, and Saturday we'll have the one English one, which we are doing it for years and years. That will be 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Okay. Thank you for joining. Goodbye.